Hey guys, as you can see from the title screen, I'm going to be taking a look at Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes. First of all, as per normal, we're going to be taking a look at the options screen. You'll have to excuse the fact there's no music for the moment. It's just kind of pointless and it's just a Batman theme song, so I'll turn on sound in a few moments. So we're going to have a look at video settings. I am of course recording in 720p as per normal with my videos, and everything else is on a max, so the game will look pretty much as good as it can do. Subtitles are on, they're defaulted to off usually, but there you have it. Let's create a new game. I have got a little bit of the way through, just so I can understand the controls more than anything, because it's the first time I've actually played a Lego game, let alone Lego Batman, so I figured, you know, it's a good idea. So anyway, I think I'm like a lot of people in that Batman is definitely one of my favourite superhero characters. A lot of the time I think one of the reasons for my liking of Batman isn't actually Batman himself, but I think it's actually the what's the word I'm looking for? The whole shebang, really. It's the setting of Gotham, it's the bad guys. It's also quite a dark subject matter. It's very dark, very kind of edgy. One of the things I don't like about this is it's very light, and I'm not really a fan of like the whole Lego styling of games, which is one of the reasons I've not touched them. But I'm going to be trying to be subjective as possible, or should I say objective as possible, and I'm going to try to well, basically play the game and enjoy it as much as possible.
And came all the way to Gotham City for this.
Oh, dear lady, as a nominee, it's my pleasure and privilege to be here. Especially if you win.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. This year's Man of the Year award goes to Bruce
No,
Wayne.
I must admit, I quite like Lex Luthor. I know he's like Superman's arch nemesis and all of that, various other bits and pieces, but I quite like him as a character. I think he's quite fun. I think he's one of the more interesting comic book characters, simply because you never really know what to expect with him. The same with Joker, he's always playing from different angles, and although you know that ultimately he's going to try and screw you over, you don't really know how or when it's coming. I think one of my favourite portrayals of Joker, though, has to be Mark Hamill's from, of course, Batman Arkham City and, of course, Batman Arkham Asylum.
Helped keep our banks free of unnecessary clutter.
Not quite sure where the hell he kept that. It must have been under his suit.
You have always shown your appreciation. And why stop now?
I will say it's quite irritating the fact that you cannot skip the cutscenes, but never mind.
But I'll take it, and also everything else.
Riddle me this. What's green and found in your wallet? Money. No, not anymore.
Sorry to rain on your parade, my dear. Thanks so much.
Penguin's definitely one of those characters, but I've never really liked
I don't want to get joy
him that much, to be honest.
I
did quite like Penguin from the old Tim Burton movies, which of course was played by Danny DeVito, who I actually saw at London Comic Con, by the way. He actually did a whole scene actually of playing as the Joker. Playing as the Penguin. He actually acted the whole thing. I would have recorded it, but unfortunately they weren't allowing cameras. I did manage to sneak a few pics, however, of him. It's pretty cool. Of course he wasn't dressed up, but still, it's very cool.
And what a thrill to finally see myself on the big screen. Look at that face. It's like, what's he gonna say? What's going to come out of that mouth of his?
Sorry to wipe that grin off your face, Joker.
You're not sorry. not sorry at all.
He sounded very camp there. I'm not just sure if it's my imagination.
Come and get me!
Okay, now let's tackle all the things. Get down there. I'm not quite sure what these coins do, or not coins exactly, but well, you get the general idea. The gems.
One more thing, sir.
Yeah. Let's beat. I don't want beating on my stuff. You can also beat Robin up, which I've mentioned. Which, as I would have mentioned, it's always fun to beat Robin. I think I immediately like stories less when Robin's involved. I think one of the reasons for that isn't because I, dislike Robin as a character. Hold me, hello, there we are. It's because I kind of like Batman as a solo effort. I don't mind him, however, as a when he's with, say, teaming up with a villain or something, such as the times he teams with, say, Catwoman. Because I think it's a bit more interesting, but Robin's very, I don't know, he's just kind of a boring character to me. I know I'm probably going to offend some people with that one. Controls are very simple. Ow, that was a bit stupid. Perhaps almost too simplistic for my tastes. Robin is about as much use as well. Actually, about as much use as Robin. Yep, there you go. I think I have to knock her down one more time. I've got just a little bit past this. I'm going to be extremely obsessive and grab all the things, and I'm also going to bash this guy upside the noggin a few times with a proverbial stick. And we'll also jump down here and collect some stuff.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay. Save and continue just because. Now we can actually target quite a lot of stuff in here, which is kind of interesting. Point. You notice how the bell in the background is slowly making its way? However, it does give me a fairly nice opportunity to beat the living stuffing out of Lego. Oh, sorry, dude. That hurt. There we go. I'm not quite sure what these points do. I'm assuming they must be used to buy something or other. So we're just going to beat the stuffing out of them. There we go. And now we have the Riddler.
Hide and seek, Batman!
Indeed. Right, let's see. I'm unsure how we're supposed to get into this. I did try a little bit earlier to enter the area. It's possible I need something.
Pardon me, sir.
Okay, so there's a grapple hook there, and the camera there. Fair enough. Okay, first of all, let's beat these guys a little bit. Oh, there's a bee that popped up. Oh. Ow. That was a very nice shin you had there. Looks like we can get behind this, actually. I don't know what that is, but it looks pretty cool. Sorry, Robin. By sorry, I mean I'm not even slightly sorry. Okay. But we can't get past this yet, which is not exactly a shocker. So, okay. I do remember it was mentioned about the grappling hook, so let's put that into practice. Oops. Yeah, let's get up here first. And get all my bits and pieces. There we go, and we should jump to this one. Oop, just one button there, it's not great. Loads of points here. Right, I'll hold the B button for a few minutes.
Pardon me, sir.
And we will get the sneaky suit. Awesome. Now I should be able to get past this. Sorry about that, dude. Should be able to disable the sneaky suit. Just hold up everything, just cause. Oh, I see. So that's one of those cases you need to make use of the fact there's two of you. I will punish Robin for that. You can actually use the D-pad, by the way, to move. I'm not quite sure where you'd want to. Analog control is probably going to serve you better. Well, at least for me, I find it more comfortable. I am, once again, using Xbox 360 pad for the simple purposes of, well, I wouldn't personally want to play something like this with mouse and keyboard. I imagine simply because of the fact it's not that, what's the word?
Excuse me, sir. One more thing, sir.
I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to do. Oh, I see. Can't keep pounding them on the head though, which is unfortunate.
Oh, you found me.
He's like the worst fight ever, and I love how Robin's doing everything in his power to assist me in the fight. Not as though I actually, you know, required his assistance. I'll punish you for that, dude. Okay. I'm assuming I need to build something here. So that's just quite what we're going to do. Okay, we have an elevator. Where it goes, I am not sure. We do, however, have a save point, which I will activate. Load of points there, grab some goodies. What is this? I'm not sure. Huh. I love how it actually comes back just to smack Robin. That does please me. Alright, let's see. Graphically, it's not too shabby. Can actually move the camera somewhat using the right analog stick, although not massively. Beat on these bad guys, there are a few of them. Now we'll build whatever's required.
Excuse me, sir.
The symbols that are going to be used by Robin. Press Y to change character. Acrobatic suit. Use the acrobatic pole to reach. Hold. Oh, yeah. Let's take... Okay, Batman is dead.
Pardon me, sir.
Am I dead? Wow, these guys are irritating. Right, I think that's all of those. So it looks like that has to be it, but it's not targeting it. Well, that was weird. Huh. Two-Face.
Am I pleased to see you?
Two-Face is actually quite a cool character. Good old Harvey. How are you? What in the hell? That was seriously weird. I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to get this guy. I'm supposed to build something out of Lego. There we go. Oh, I see. Ow, ow, ow. Right. There. Okay, I'm building something or another.
Pardon me, sir.
Okay.
One more, please.
Well, that was really weird. There we are. And we're beating him and he's now done. And we now have to fight the Joker, apparently. No, the Joker's buggering off. Let's switch characters. Oh, crapola. Can we sneak past them? Okay. There we go. No, I'm not fighting the Joker.
The guy who dresses up as a bat? It's got a terrific punchline.
Checkpoint. Owie, 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 owie. I don't believe he actually just stood there. Right. Alright, let's switch characters. So... There we go. There we go. Sending too much energy. Owie. It's never going to do anyone's good. Okay, we also have some Lego pieces, so... as in fine tradition, we will quickly make that. There we go. Oh dear. Sweet. So overall, guys, I think the game's kind of fun. If you're into this type of thing, personally, I think the game's enjoyable, but I'm more into the more serious Batman games. Therefore, my enjoyment of this is somewhat diminished. I'm a huge fan of Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. This game, it's okay. I don't think it's particularly bad or anything. I think it's quite enjoyable. I just personally prefer the more serious Batman games. But overall, I think it's pretty cool. So, go ahead and check it out if you're into this type of thing. I'm going to get going for now. I've got other games to record, unfortunately. So, take care of yourselves, and bye for now.